Happy Thanksgiving. This is the morning weather briefing. This is for Thursday, the 28th of November. It's Thanksgiving Day. We had a line of thunderstorms overnight pushing through the state, and thankfully they were behaved pretty much as expected. Again, overall, the severe weather threat with this thing was very low to start with, and again, we've had no storms within this line reaching severe limits. And keep in mind, to be severe, you need 1-inch diameter hail or 58-mile-per-hour winds. That's the criteria. And these storms, nothing like that. They've been very well behaved. Some thunder, some lightning. It rains briefly, heavily. The main issue, the gradient winds, not related to the storms. Gradient winds out of the south have been fairly gusty, and then they shift to the north. But again, you can see that line of storms early this morning approaching Montgomery. We're live here at 5:09 a.m. The band of storms in West Alabama beginning around Sweetwater, Dixon's Mills, Toxie, coming up through Dallas County, Orville, south of Selma around Sardis, and up toward Prattville, Wetumpka, and on top of Lake Martin. And again, if you're underneath that, it rains heavily for a very brief time, and there's some thunder and lightning, and it just moves on. And that band of storms will continue pushing into southeast Alabama over the next few hours. But again, we just had no problems with it and don't expect any problems really for the rest of the day with that. The big story, it's the colder air coming in. Here's the upper air look this Thanksgiving morning. Got a trough forming. That'll be digging down and settling up over the eastern states, delivering some pretty cold air in coming days. That's the radar composite early this morning. And again, there's that little line of showers, thin line coming through south central Alabama. That'll keep on pushing to the south. To the north, the rain is over. It's going to be dry for a while. So temperatures go the wrong way today. Ahead of that front, we've got 60s to start the day. Birmingham at 64. We've got 71 at Montgomery. Mobile 70. Dothan at 69. But Huntsville 56. What's going to happen? Temperatures fall during the day today with a pretty gusty north wind. So feels pretty good this morning. And again, the numbers will not look like that by midday today, so just be ready for falling temperatures. If you're traveling today, there's the watch warning map. Winter storm warnings for parts of northern New England, upstate New York, up into parts of Maine. Otherwise, it's really quiet across the country on this Thanksgiving Day, which is good for travelers. So we've still got this marginal risk. Again, this is level 1 out of level 5. This is the lowest risk possible. Marginal risk there that includes South Alabama, south of Montgomery. And again, there could be some gusty winds. The tornado threat is really, really low. Not zero technically, but very low. And there's the bigger view. That risk runs from the Gulf Coast up to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Tomorrow, no severe thunderstorms expected across the country. Maybe some thunder for the Florida Peninsula. And on day 3, which is Saturday, not a single thunderstorm expected across the contiguous United States. Check rain for the next 7 days, and just not much. Really, after this little line of showers this morning, we're just not going to see much rain at all through Thursday of next week. It looks pretty dry, which is not necessarily good because we need the rain. This is the new drought monitor. This was released yesterday. And again, you can see that we've still got a fairly decent chunk of the state in drought conditions early this morning. We've got the areas in red. That is a D3 extreme drought. Parts of Limestone, Madison, Marengo, Washington counties, other parts of the state in a severe drought, D2. But again, we're not going to see much in the way of rain for the next 7 days. All right, model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 12Z run valid today. The 06Z run valid today at 4 o'clock. That big broad trough beginning to carve out over the eastern states. That little line of showers pushing on down to the south. Here's a look at the high-res HER model, HRRR, valid today at 12 noon. And you can see just a few little spotty showers in far, far south Alabama, south of US 84, and that's about it. And again, the big story today, it's the temperatures coming down. Now, remember, these are temperatures at noon today, coming off the HER. Birmingham at 64 as I do this update at 5:13 this morning. At noon, Birmingham's going to be sitting at 51. We dropped 13 degrees by noon today. The Tennessee Valley in the 40s. And now, South Alabama, you'll be in the upper 60s, but even there, temperatures begin to fall this afternoon with a pretty good north wind. But again, the bulk of the day will be dry. That little band of showers pushing through South Alabama should be done later this morning. Tomorrow, cold and dry. Highs upper 40s and low 50s. And Saturday, as the weekend begins, Iron Bowl Saturday. It's going to be sunny and cold. Highs for most locations between 50 and 55. Just really a perfect day for the Iron Bowl. We're projecting a kickoff temperature in Tuscaloosa near 52 now with the sun out. But however, once the sun goes down, those temperatures come down quickly. They could see upper 30s at Bryant-Denny Stadium, Saban Field by the end of that ball game. But clear, no chance of rain. And Saturday morning is going to be cold. Many spots will be in the 20s to start the day. Same thing Sunday. We're cold and dry. We start the day around freezing, highs in the low to mid-50s. Monday will be a little colder. A secondary surge of cold air comes in. Monday morning will be in the 20s. The high will be in the 40s. And pretty much the same thing on Tuesday. And Tuesday could be the coldest morning of them all with that big surface high, that 1032 high sitting right on top of us. So there's no wind, a clear sky, perfect radiational cooling. And that's when we might see some upper teens for some of the colder spots over North Alabama. And Wednesday, same thing, cold and dry, although highs go back in the 50s. And this is a week from today, Thursday, the 5th of December, a northwest flow aloft. And again, no rain. We've seen some runs that try to squeeze out some light rain on this day or the next day, Thursday or Friday of next week. But again, nothing meaningful as moisture should be very limited. And the high Thursday will be near 60 for North Alabama, low to mid-60s for South Alabama. Let's keep going. This is 10 days out. This is Saturday, December 7th. And again, we have a northwest flow. And again, we're cool and dry, seasonal temperatures. Rain for Birmingham for the next 15 days coming off the European ensemble. This is through the 13th of December. The mean a little over 1 inch. Hopefully we'll get to see some rain in here toward mid-December. Temperatures coming off the NBM National Blend of Models. And again, it's kind of confusing today because the high for most spots will come this morning. We've got 60s in central Alabama. Will fall through the 50s, reaching the 40s this afternoon. For Saturday and Sunday, 50 to 55. That's not that bad, but lows will be below freezing. The coldest mornings will likely come early Saturday morning and early Monday and Tuesday morning of next week, with lows well down in the 20s. And again, some of the colder pockets in North Alabama might see upper teens Tuesday morning of next week and maybe Monday morning. And then we warm up a bit with highs up around 60 for the latter half of next week. And the latest long-range guidance, this is for December 5th through December 11th. Same idea, cold in the east, warm in the west. I say warm, relatively speaking, temperatures above average. For Alabama for this stretch, looks like temperatures should be pretty close to average, maybe a little below average. So one more time before we wrap it up on this Thanksgiving Day. That's the radar. We're live at 5:17 this morning. You can see that band of showers, a bit of thunder approaching Montgomery. Moving on steadily to the south, it'll be coming through Montgomery, Auburn, Opelika soon. And again, nothing severe. Remember, everybody, if you ask 10 different people in their mind what is a severe storm, they'll give you 10 different opinions. But we have to have a standard, and the standard is 1 inch diameter hail, 58 mile per hour winds. And this is nothing like that at all. And again, south of the line, a pretty good south wind, a good gradient wind, and that's not related to the storms. But once the line passes, the wind shift around to the north. You'll have that with falling temperatures during the course of the day today. But again, the overall chance of any severe storms with that activity is very, very low. So we'll go on holiday schedule today. We'll do one video today and tomorrow. We'll do fresh forecast notes, though, this afternoon and tomorrow. And we'll be working on the television side. So, hey, we invite you to watch us on the TV side this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a marvelous, happy Thanksgiving, and God bless.